This is the Roundtable Talk Podcast, brought to you in part by Raeford Guns, the Hoke County edition of the North State Journal, the Libra Initiative of North Carolina, and our flagship station, WCLN Christian 105.7. And now here are your hosts, Ruben Castellon and Chris Holland.
All right. Welcome to episode 152.
Good afternoon.
This is Ruben Castellon.
And Chris Holland.
All right. So let's get right into it. Something I want to talk about real quickly is the something we did, the school board. As people already know, I'm the chair for the school board. And I just want to say I'm so delighted to say that the board is coming along. We're working very well. From Miss Jessica Brown to Angela Sutherland and Miss Catherine Blue and Rosa. I always get it wrong. Rosa McAllister McRae. And it's coming along. We're doing a lot. Of course, I'm not speaking for none of the board members or the district or the board. This is me, Ruben Castellon, and we're doing a lot of stuff. As a lot of people know, we've implemented. We've been in operation already. The policy committee. We've reviewed many policies that needed reviewing. We're not quite there yet because there's a lot. You don't realize how many policies you have until you start looking at it.
There's a lot of regulations.
And then another major accomplishment that the board did, that the board voted, it was unanimously, everybody voted for it, was the finance committee, a much needed committee.
I saw that, yeah.
And Miss Jessica Brown is the chair for that. I appointed her for that, and then you got the board members. You got Angela and Rosa. They're also volunteered to join the committee. So, this board is very active. We're doing things now that
have never been done.
And of course the major accomplishment that the board has done really was to hire a qualified CEO, Dr. Spells. He's
Right.
Done a lot of stuff. As a matter of fact, he has the superintendent's night out here coming up shortly. I encourage that everybody attend that. It's a very informative event. It's only an hour and a half. And so the other thing I want to bring out is that since I've been the chair, I came out with this idea. Really, I thought it was an original idea, but the lawyer sort of cut my legs off when she told me, "Oh, other chairs do that too."
Other people do that. Welcome
so
to the party.
Yes, so it's the chair's pick, and it's a process. It's not just it's actually the teacher of the month.
Okay.
But this goes specifically on the chair's pick, and I received a total of 16 applicants nominated by the peers or a superintendent. And I want to say her name was Picard.
Is there 14 schools in the district?
It's 14 schools. And this was a very short notice that we did, and so I can imagine that this time around we are probably going to get
More.
a whole lot more. And her name
So
is.
don't the schools have programs like that too, where the principal, selects the teacher of the month or a quarter or
Yeah,
something like that?
internally. So her name is Miss Kendall Picard. She's a 7th grade English language arts and teacher at East Hoke Middle School. Her principal nominated her, and when her application went through the process with the 16 others, there was a total of top 3, but she came at number 1. But what's so unique about this that people are not realizing this is one of my things that I immediately put out when I found out that I was getting paid as a board member was that I was going to open up a different account. I mean, we talked about it, and I was going to save that money to give it back to the community. And since the county commissioners, which I really appreciate, and we all do, we got a pay raise. That just added more money on that account, and so that gave me the ability. So I thought about this, and so I went through the process to make sure everything was done properly, legal, and everything. And so I did it. So what's so special about this is they're getting $250 from the district. But it's the money that I'm doing. So what it is I donate the money to the school district, and the school district turns around and gives them a check, a $250, and they spend it for whatever they want to spend it for. And I think it's a very positive thing. I got support from the board members, from the staff. I don't think I've had anybody be negative about it. It's a good thing, I hope nobody soils on it.
And so is this a monthly thing or
yeah, it's a monthly. It's going to be a monthly thing that I'm gonna be doing. As a matter of fact, soon enough the email already went out, and those interested in applying, it'll be submitted to the package will be submitted to HR.
So it's not a nomination from the school leadership.
What it is a nomination from the school, but it can be from each school, but it can be from any peer. It can be a teacher nominating another teacher, a principal nominating a teacher, but it's specifically for teachers. I'm targeting teachers only. I want these teachers only.
Yeah, when you first started out, I was thinking you were going towards a self-nomination, like me.
No.
I got it.
No,
okay,
and
staff,
it's not. It's just specifically for the teachers, and their peers can nominate them. It's a process. It's an application process. It's not just saying, hey, this person deserves this. No, it's there's a process. It's a rubrics. A base rubrics that they have to check everything, make sure.
Yeah.
And the one I want to say there's a total of 76 points, and the highest
meets the criteria, earns points.
Gets it. So I'm gonna.
So I understand. It just happened. This is your first iteration, but that's something that could probably get the community involved. Local businesses with gift cards, stuff like that. So that's a great idea. Because too many times the teachers are forgotten about. We always talk about student achievement and stuff like that. But you got to realize that that teacher is the cause of success for those individuals.
That's right.
So it's definitely something to recognize their efforts, recognize the best of the best.
Right.
And so I like it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping that that this is just it becomes a traditional thing,
right?
Obviously, and I think that's a great idea if businesses want to pitch in, this is just the beginning.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I know it's you're just getting it off the ground, but I see an opportunity to expand it and really
absolutely. And who doesn't want money?
Yeah, right. And then maybe have a ceremony at the end of the year with all the winners coming together.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
A banquet or something.
So I'm still working a little bit on it, and this is the infant phase,
right.
And I think we can improve on it, and so that's just something that I did. And the other thing that I wanted to talk about, which I know you're gonna put some additional stuff on there, just so people know, in North Carolina, there are a total of 7,707,277 registered voters. This last election, I'm deeply disappointed because the numbers just don't add up. 1,511,102 people voted.
Only 1 million?
Yeah. And in Hoke County, we have a total of, and this is not
By party.
It is by party, but it's not female, male, nothing like that. In Hoke County, we have a total of 12,958 Democrat voters. The Green Party, there's 26. Libertarian is 301. Republicans, it's 8,051. Unaffiliated, unnumber everybody, 14,798. Whites is 13,615. Blacks is 12,776. And Native American, Alaskan Natives, it's 1,942. Asians at 384. And Native Hawaiians, Pacific Islanders are 22. And multiracial is 221. Others is 2,808. And undesignated is, I don't know what that is. What is
undesignated?
that? Yeah, what is that?
They don't choose it on their
registration.
registration.
It's 4,366. And Hispanic, I didn't realize we had that many Hispanics in Hoke County. We got 2,805 Hispanics. Males is 14,942. Females, of course, they outnumber us, 17,666 for a total of 36,134 out of 60,000 population.
Right.
So I'm going to assume that the other anything over 36,000 voters, I'm going to assume that the rest are children.
Minors, yeah. Well, and I'm sure there's, I don't know that it's in the thousands, but I'm sure there are some that aren't registered at all. You know, but.
And of course, this doesn't count all the active military people that are registered to vote somewhere else.
They're still registered voters.
Yeah.
No, but talking about the disappointing turnout, you're talking about. So back in 2018, I think it was, 18 or 19. When did I become chairman? Like 21, 22? Anyway, I think 18, 19 is when I really started getting involved. And there was a little over 6,000 voters, Republican voters registered. Now we have over 8,000.
So we increased
about 2,000. But the turnout's still the same.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like 2%. I don't know what it is. And it's disheartening because all across social media, you see it every day. This is wrong, this is wrong, this is bad, blah, 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 local government, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, okay, well, this is your opportunity to make a difference. We're not asking you to throw your hat in the ring. We're not asking you to go spend thousands of dollars to run your own campaign to try to take their seat.
That's right.
Just go and vote for somebody that is fighting for you or has pledged to fight for you. But as far as local elections, well, here in North Carolina, I say local. So we know that there was a big battle in the Republican and Democrat Senate race to replace Tom Tillis. So for everybody to realize, this is the primary. This is where the parties chose their candidate to move on to the November ballot. There were 7 competitors or 7 candidates in the Democrat Party. Roy Cooper came out on top with 761,359 votes. So that's a pretty good turnout. You said there's 1 million, so he got 2/3.
Yeah.
Of the vote.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, man.
Yeah.
Well, that means there's only 300,000 something Republicans that even voted because you can't vote for Roy Cooper if
you can't. Not on the primary anyway.
That's what I'm saying. That's even more disheartening, right? Michael Watley got 405,146.
And that's a reflection of most Republicans, because I'm going to tell you this right now. I know this to be a fact. Hoke County is not unique as in Republicans won't vote in primaries.
Right.
Okay, traditionally, they'll come out by the numbers because especially when it's a presidential election year. But in the primary, when you and I ran, we did not run on a presidential campaign.
Right.
And so therefore, 43 or 4,500 Republicans did not vote during that cycle.
Right.
And so I can imagine that same number did not vote this time around.
Yeah. And like I said, I don't know. I vote every time the polls are open. I'm up there voting. In one time a cycle, not every time the polls are open, right? I'm a Republican. I vote once.
I'm not dead yet.
I'm not dead yet, right? But no, in all seriousness, I vote every time, every election, and I don't know how to get the message out that everyone should. It's not only, let's make a change. It's like, it's your civic responsibility. I mean, how many people in this world don't get the vote? They don't have a voice in their government. And here you are with the opportunity, and it costs nothing other than time. And I say, that I would like to see mandatory voting. But
what is so sad is, think about this. It just came to mind when you were talking about this. This is what's so sad. You have convicted felons nationally, if I'm not mistaken. I know in North Carolina you can. If you're a convicted felon, you cannot vote. Okay?
Well, until you serve your term.
Well, in most cases, you can, because you still got to go through a process.
Right.
And so most felons, convicted felons, are fighting to be able to vote because they can't vote.
They can't.
And yet we have Republicans specifically that have the privilege still of being able to vote and won't vote.
Yeah.
And that is sad.
Yeah.
That is sad.
Well, we'll see what this year does. And historically, and across all parties, elections in the off season are always lower turnout anyway. Primaries, and like I said, the primaries, Republicans specifically, they don't like to vote in primaries. They're just like, y'all choose who it is, and we'll fight for them in November, which I don't like that either, but hey, we're stuck with what we got. But let's move on to the district. So we had Kurt Lowry, picked up 696 votes here in Hoke County. Ralph Carter, 673. Now, with the combination between Scotland and Hoke, Ralph Carter actually came out on top. I think he had a little over 1,100 more votes total between the two counties. District 29 judge seat number 1, we had Kimberly Fur Davis with 756 here in the county, and Lindsey Smith with 543. And there again, that's two counties. That's more in Hoke County. And Kimberly Fur Davis actually picked up a lot more over there in Moore County, and she came out on top on that one. Ironically, the ones that were multi-county, if they won in Hoke County, they won their race. So I don't. We're kind of like the padding, with those extra votes to take it over the top. But we had District 29, Seat 2, which was Judge Beth Tanner. She picked up 821 here in the county against her other two opponents.
I gotta say something about Judge Beth Tanner. I gotta say this, okay? I don't care if I upset anybody. Classy lady.
Yeah.
And the other person that was running against her out of Moore County, which I never met her.
Nobody in Hoke County
I guess Hoke
did.
County was not important enough for this other lady. And the major difference between Beth Tanner and this other lady, Kimberly, I think was her name.
No, it's Shannon.
What was it?
Charlene.
Charlene.
Yeah.
The major difference was that the other Miss Charlene, decided to throw mud.
Yeah, it did get kind of nasty there at the end.
And if anything I've learned since 1996 in the Hoke County area is that when you throw mud,
it turns people off.
you're gonna turn people off, and you're likely to lose your campaign.
Yeah, Charlene only picked up 307 seats or votes here in Hoke County compared to Beth's 821. So, I mean, there's some truth to that.
I think there is.
And we talked about that all the time.
I think there is.
Anytime that these negative campaign ads come out, these, mailers and stuff slinging mud, it just turns people off in this area, and it turns me off. If you can't fight a campaign
On a message,
your values, your vision, your goals, then don't even attempt it. Just stay at home.
I mean, to me, I'm with you. It's a major turnoff to me. This is all you have. It's like the woke people when they losing the argument. Oh, you're racist.
Yeah.
Is that all you have?
Yeah, they sling some kind of adjective at you to call you something, and yeah. But like I said, Beth did win, and because she's not opposed in the November election, she's going to serve another 4 years.
That's right.
So
she earned it.
She did.
The last time she ran unopposed. This time, she earned it.
Exactly. Yeah.
She earned it.
Yeah. This Miss Charlene. So actually, Beth comes here all the time. We know her real well. She was always posting stuff and tagging us in it, and I would share it. As a political party, we're not supposed to
not in the
endorse
primary, anyways.
any candidates in the primary. So I mean, I was skating the line. I would repost or share or whatever stuff like that. And then this Charlene sent me a direct message after a couple weeks, and she's like, "Hey," she's like, "I see you're sending stuff about Beth. Can you post some of my stuff?" I'm like, "Well, if you tag us in it, I guess I will." Because she hadn't done anything. So she tagged me in one post. I posted it, and then I quit. I said, I'm not posting
Was she
anymore.
throwing mud?
No.
Okay.
No, it was some achievement she had done or something. So I shared it, and then I just quit sharing everything. I said, I'm just...
And I got to tell you another thing. This is something, and you remember this, when we were running, this is something that also turns voters off, okay? And it's this. When they start their campaign with, I was born here. And this is the message. I was born here. This is why you need to vote for me. Because I was ridiculed a lot when I was running for school board. Boy, you're not even from here. I said, I made this my home. This is my territory.
Yeah,
this
I chose to be here, right? You had no choice.
And so I will always have a comeback. I said, well, I wasn't born here, but I'm doing something about it.
Right.
You were born here, and you're not doing nothing about it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's a lot of qualities that people can improve upon, but definitely mudslinging, it's a major turnoff.
Yeah,
to me, it is anyways.
I remember, it's been years ago, but Tony Hunt called me a Yankee. I'm like, a Yankee? I said, I'm from South Florida. I'm way more southern than you are. I'm bottom of the daggum continental U.S. What do you mean, a Yankee? Yeah. But anyway. All right, so that's the judges. Hoke County Commissioner. So Republicans didn't have a primary. We're going to have Stephanie Carter and David Frump. They've signed.
And it's going to be
against declared their candidacy.
Alan Thomas.
Yeah, Alan Thomas, Harry Sutherland, and Mrs. Deborah McMillan Evans.
Yeah.
So I wanted to talk about that a little bit. So Tony got beat out by a new candidate. Mr. Locklear did pretty good showing.
Ricky Locklear?
Yeah, but I thought he was going to do a lot better in the sense that there was a lot of unaffiliateds that were pumping out the message and saying, hey, get a Democrat ballot, vote for him, only vote one person, stuff like that, which works, in a sense. It didn't work this time. There weren't enough of them out there to swing the votes.
Yeah.
But... yeah, so we're going to have two incumbents, Mr. Thomas and Mr. Sutherland, and Mrs. Evans, the newcomer, coming into November. We'll have David and Stephanie. And, I hope David and Stephanie get up and start amping up their message. We'll see. I mean, they've run it several times before, so they're kind of known. They have some name recognition, but I still think they need to do a whole lot more to get a message out there.
I agree with you.
And, all right. And then an interesting upset that has kind of like shaken the foundations of the legislature up there is Rockingham County Sheriff Sam Page. I know you probably met him at a convention.
Tall guy.
Yeah, with a cowboy hat.
The first time we went to District 9 convention, he got up.
That's where he was at,
yeah. I remember him.
But anyway, he's he still has a lead over Senate Leader Phil Berger. So Phil Berger has been in the Senate for 20 years. He's the Senate leader, the North Carolina Senate leader, and basically they call him, and it's a fact, he's the most powerful politician in the state.
Of course.
Because he directs what's going to be voted on.
Yeah.
And
committees, setting committees.
Appoints committees and everything else. Well, so right now, Sheriff Page leads Berger after the recount, or not the recount, they haven't done a recount, after the provisional absentees. He leads by 23 votes. On Tuesday night, election night, he led by 2 votes. So more provisionals have come in or adjudicated, more absentees have come in, so now he's ahead by 23 votes.
So he might be out.
Berger might be out, right?
Yeah.
So Page picked up 56 votes, provisional in Rockingham, where Berger picked up 26 in Guilford County. You know, I didn't realize these counties were so big and so populated. Guilford County, Rockingham, I mean, those are some big populated.
They're big.
And the number of Republicans. You know, up here in Asheboro, you know, you go to Asheboro and it's no bigger than Raeford.
Right.
You know, it's a small little town, farm fields, everything else. They have 59,000 registered Republicans.
They voted.
No, in that county.
Okay, I thought I got excited.
No. Well, I'm sure 30 or 40 probably did. I mean, heck, by the numbers, but it just baffles me that those counties are so populated. You know, they're a lot bigger than Hoke County. Hoke County is one of the smallest counties.
It is.
In the state.
One of the smallest populated counties.
Right.
Yeah.
I even think by land size it's pretty small.
Yeah.
I mean, remember it was carved out of 3 other counties.
Yeah, it was.
You know, but anyway, yeah, they have 59,000 registered Republicans up there. I would love to have that many Republicans in Hoke County.
I would just want the other 4,300, 4,500 Republicans that don't vote to vote.
Yeah, well,
that would be exciting.
That would be very exciting. But it's all about fundraising. Shoot, can you imagine if every Republican gave them 50 cents a month? Ooh. You know what I mean? You're looking at 24,000, 27, 28. All right. So anyway, like I said, that's shaking the foundation, right? Because the most powerful politician in the state has just been upset. Now, it's not official. Tomorrow at, I think it's 11 o'clock, at the Board of Elections is when the counties are going to canvass the vote, meaning they're going to say, okay, we have all our provisionals. Yeah, we have all our provisionals. Today is the last day to accept military overseas ballots. Mm-hmm. So any that come into Hoke County will be counted today and tonight. Tomorrow at 11, the counties across the state get with the Board of Elections and the director, and they say, okay, all our provisionals are in. Everything's good to go. These are our final numbers. And then the 25th, I believe it is the state certification. That's when they get all the roll-ups from the state, and that's when it's official. This is what the final vote tallies look like. And, that's the 25th, March 25th. But, yeah, they, like I said, I like Sam Page. I've seen him numerous times, different events, conventions, and stuff like that. He's a good guy. You know, he seems pretty honorable dude, straightforward.
I mean, he spoke very well and very strong principles that
right.
he had. I remember him talking the first time several years ago. He hasn't changed his message.
No.
And that's good.
Yeah. One of the biggest fallouts, and I think that it led to a whole lot of, I think there was 7 incumbents in the Republican Party that lost their seats, or lost the primary. And a big portion of that, a big cause of that, is back in 2024, when they, at the end of the session, they were talking about authorizing all these casinos.
Uh-huh.
People in North Carolina don't like casinos.
Don't want casinos.
They don't want casinos.
They don't want casinos.
And Berger was a big proponent of that, you know, and we need to vote on this. And luckily they struck it down. However, I think that's
people
some of the catalysts that you know, push those people out. Talking about, it just slipped my mind, but talking about the casinos, so the Lumbee tribe's talking about, they just bought a big industrial area down in Lumberton off of 95. Mm-hmm. They're talking about doing a resort/casino, you know, campground, water park kind of development down there. So, you know, those people around here that want to go to the casino, it'll be coming here in the next 4 or 5 years, I'm sure.
Number one, I'm 100% opposed casinos. I've never believed in that. If anything, people can become addicted to that. They can lose everything. And you have to also realize this. Casinos do not improve the human condition for the average person. The average Native American person will not benefit from that. The people that are running those casinos, the managers, the guys that build the buildings, all of that stuff, those are the ones that are going to bid for that. But the average Native American that is not involved in that, they're not going to benefit from that. They'll lose if they go there, because I'm going to tell you this right now. based on everything that I know on casinos, casinos are not in the business of making the customers millionaires. They're in the business of taking your millions.
Yeah, the house always wins, right? If they didn't, they would be out of business pretty quick.
Yeah.
All right. So let's talk about some announcements real quick. So March 21st, which is next Saturday, is the Hoke County GOP Convention at the Raeford Civic Center. We're going to start at 12:45 with precinct captain registrations. That's going to run till 1:30. We're going to take a little short intermission. 1:45, we're going to start off with registration. The convention kicks off at 2, and will probably last about an hour, maybe an hour and a half, depending on the number of people that want to come and speak. I already have Mike Watley says he wants to come. I know the local candidates here in the area are going to come, and so just depending on how long-winded they get, but it will depend if it's an hour or an hour and a half. All right, and then March 27th, which is the following Friday, is the Vets for Vets golf tournament at Puppy Creek. Shotgun starts at 9 a.m. All the proceeds go to the veterans organizations. If you want to participate or sponsor, contact Roy Eddings or Hal Nunn for information and to sign up. Just hit us up on Facebook.
I already bought my tickets.
Yeah, we got a team. We sponsored a team and a hole. And then Ralph Carter, I know, is sponsoring a hole, and he'll be out there on the team with us. So it's a great event. And, I mean,
it's a very good cause.
Yeah, I don't play golf well at all, but I let the team carry me. But I have fun, and I love supporting these local organizations. You know, the vets, and we'll talk about them later. But there's some more golf tournaments coming up in the next couple months that are supporting local organizations as well.
So the one thing I want to put out is don't forget March the 19th. It's next Saturday, next Thursday.
The 19th?
Yeah, March the 19th.
Yeah, Saturday, Thursday.
Next Thursday. Don't forget about our school district superintendent night out. It's a great event for those of you that want to know more about the district. Any questions you might have, it's a perfect time for you, especially if you're a new parent and you're thinking about having your child come to our school district. And not only that, also, I encourage homeschoolers, parents, to also stop by. You'd be surprised what benefits await you as the homeschooler students. As an example, let me just give you an example. If you want to play sports in the high school, such as, say, football, one of the requirements is you can take 2 classes per semester, and as long as you're in good standing, you can play football in the high school. So there's things out there that are not put out. We've been waiting a little bit, obviously, for the high school project to be finished.
Right.
Right now would not be a good time to go through that process, but it's right there. I encourage you, all newcomer parents, all parents that are moving from one grade to the other one, stop by on March the 19th and ask questions.
Time and location.
It's at the East Hoke Middle School in front of Walmart. It's going to be there until further notice.
Okay, and what time?
It's from 6:30, from 6 o'clock to 7:30.
Okay, all right, sounds good.
Yeah. Got anything else?
That's all good.
All right, well, this ends our episode 152. Thank you very much for listening to us. Make sure you click the like, share it, follow us.
And comment.
And also, if you have any ideas, don't hesitate to contact us. Additionally, don't forget about our YouTube channel. We need support there so we can go live stream. And see you next time. I'm Ruben Castellon.
And Chris Holland.
Getting to the facts across the state, around the world, and at home in Raeford, North Carolina. The Roundtable Talk Podcast. Brought to you in part by Raeford Guns, the Hoke County edition of the North State Journal, the Libra Initiative of North Carolina, and our flagship station, WCLN Christian 105.7. Be sure to like, share, and leave a review wherever you listen to podcasts. The Roundtable Talk Podcast.